Recording.
Okay. Drop this down there.
Hey, this podcast is unofficially sponsored by Mountain Dew.
The dew. Not that new stuff, the green stuff.
The OG.
The OG. Yes, sir. Welcome to the NPR podcast. I'm your host, Stay Dangerous.
I'm the
Got my
co-host. Revenge season.
Yes, sir, my good man, Carolina Matt. Let's get it, man. We got 57 days, 23 hours, 33 minutes. So the draft kicks off, man. Who you predicting to win this season, bro?
Hey, you want my bias or unbiased opinion?
Both of them.
Hey, my bias, I think I'm. Hey, that is just, there's no hesitation or, no reason for me to think otherwise. But my unbiased opinion, I got to say, just based off the last couple of years, the one team that's really like that just stuck around that's always been at the top, but just been there was Bad Intentions. The team, man, he always built a solid team. He always built a solid team.
He always built a solid team. Definitely a great player with building his team, but he always seemed to lose when it counts. When he'll get to that, you know what I'm saying? He get to the championship, then he can't put it together.
Can't get it together.
He can't get it together, man. And I think isn't due to with kind of like drafting, trading. When you have a lot of the same players on the same team, like it's kind of hard to win that season. It's kind of hard to win that championship like that. Because he had, like, if I'm not mistaken, he had a few of the Rams players. He had Tyler Higbee, Henderson, the running back. I want to say at one point he had Cam Akers until he traded him away. Like he had a lot of the Rams players, and he even had a defense too until I you know what I'm saying, got him out of the waiver wire. But you can't win like that. No. You definitely gotta switch it up. So yes, sir.
Yeah, he's always like I just been seeing him. He's always been right there. So I think besides me, I think it could be the year he possibly could get over. Like
he could.
There's a chance, but you never know.
Never know, man. Like
and Pigskin Mayhem.
Pigskin Mayhem could
he draft very good.
Yeah, very, very good. He just had that unfortunate event with ESPN and that glitch last year. He could have been possibly the one that won the championship, but we got that straightened out. So we went from total points, if it's a tie in the playoff, to head-to-head standing. So if you got the best record and you find yourself in one of those positions where you're tying with a player in the playoff, then if you got that best record over that player that you tied with, you're moving on.
Hey,
which definitely.
I like that. I like that. That makes it. That takes away the confusion like last year.
Yeah, and I was glad that we was able to get that, squared away, calling ESPN support. So big ups to them, kudos to them for straightening that out for us or whatnot. But just gonna get back into like the division that we kind of switched up a little bit. So like I said earlier, in the NPR East, we have this year we got Pluto Astronauts, Bad Intentions, Revenge Season, Pigskin Mayhem, rest in peace Lydell. Definitely rest in peace to Lydell, man. Good guy, man. And Smoking Guns. And then in the West, we have Stay Dangerous, Bad News Villains, Fitzgees, Pity Pat Patton, Cowboy Fan RRS, and VA 87 Chuckers. Man, what you think about that? Good move or not?
I like it. I like it. It's more balanced based off last year. Because, I think this year is gonna be different. Like I like it. I like the look.
Yeah, I definitely.
Especially because the one team that I said I was like that could get over their hump just so happened to be in my division this year.
Yeah, Bad Intentions.
So I'm about to come with it this year. I like this division. Pigskin, Smoking Guns, Jay Witt. So yeah. And the only one I'm probably not too worried about is Pluto because he got them times where he just completely disappeared from the fantasy.
Yeah, he's a Pat Mahomes fan, so if he don't get him or if he do get him, then if he don't draft good, he'll fall off the map. Maybe week 2, week 3, if he's 0-2, 0-3. So We'll see.
Yeah, that's
We'll see.
normally how that goes.
But we appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you for continuously standing in the lead.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate your you know what I'm saying, just being here and being active or unactive, as for lack of better words.
Hey,
so
it's possible he have like a little pity pat first season type season this year.
Yeah, it could be, man. Could be. I don't put nothing past anybody, bro. Anybody could win any given Sunday, man. It doesn't matter who you drafted, who you traded, or whatnot, what team you got, put together. You can lose any given Sunday. Oh, yeah. Any given Thursday, any given Monday night. That those Monday night games are treacherous, especially when you got a player playing and you down 15, 20 points and you need him to score.
And that, man, those are the worst games. Then I hate Thursday games at times because it's like you got to decide: do I want to play this guy or do I want to wait to Sunday? See what this guy gonna do. Then you never know. You'll play the guy on Thursday. Yeah, he'll get you about 15 points, but then the guy you gonna play on Sunday get you 30. So now it's like
exactly.
Like, man.
Exactly. So with that being said, man, how do we start this thing off, man? Let the people know. I love the story. I don't shy away from it, but it is what it is.
I still got the video. It might be edited in one of these future videos, but and this started in, I think this was 2018.
Yeah, 2018. 2017, something like that. Yeah.
I did 2017. It was 2017 because you left in 2018. Because I left later on in 2018. No, I came at the end of 2017.
Okay.
I think I did, right? Or was it? No, I came the summer 2018. Because it was.
It's one of those years. I know I don't remember.
It feels like it was a long time ago, but it won't. But it started. This whole idea of this league podcast actually started in the parking lot of a closed bank in the middle of Franklin, Virginia. Any of y'all know about Franklin, Virginia? They got a paper mill, and it absolutely stinks there. Like the entire town stinks.
Smells like ass, for lack of better words.
But that smell could not stop James from snoring in the truck with the windows down.
Tired, bro.
James woke up from one of the longest 30-minute slumbers I've ever heard. He was not asleep. He was in a slumber. He was out.
Homer.
He woke up and it was just like, dog, I had the what was it, that football mobile joint. Remember that I had the little football mobile? We started talking about that. Then we got into fantasy football, and I was like, yo, you play fantasy? He was like, yeah, I've been playing. I told you I played, I've been playing since like 2011. He was like, yo, I've been playing since around about the same time. And I'm like, bet, man, we got a league. And he was like, nah. I'm like, bro, we should be great. Then we started talking about the ESPN now. We both went onto the app that day. And then I remember we had to stop or something, and they ended up like something happened where we didn't even have no stop for like a few hours.
Yeah.
We put over and we was still talking. Cause then your wife called me. Y'all started talking about something. So I started doing research by myself. So by the time you came back, we chopped it up some more. We was like, yeah, we're gonna get into it. And then later on, like a few months later, the league started growing. And we had the first year, 10 teams. We had 10 teams our first year. Facts. It was dope. And this is something we envisioned in that truck. Like, I thought it would happen sooner, but in God's time is the right time. So
yeah, better late than never. Man. Better late than never, bro. All day long. But just to pick it off of that, those are all facts. That's a true story. Very true story. But I'm glad I had the opportunity to meet my brother, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just we was talking about fantasy football, man. We actually was talking about what we're doing now on this podcast. Like, I do know, out of all things, this is one of his dreams. Like, I never ever envisioned me. Like, I'm an isolated, silent person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk when I want to talk, and I vibe with who I vibe with. But this is one for the books, bro. Like you really brought me out of my shell, man. So I want to thank you for that. Like on this joint live, man. Like seriously, thank you for that. But yeah, this is one of those things, man. Like to the stars, man, and beyond, yo. Like this is our podcast. So, you know, it's for the Fantasy Football League, and we got another league in the making that he's building on the Sleeper app, or you know, we'll give y'all more details on that, and we're gonna merge them together, and let's see how this thing rock, man. But this is where we're at, you know. This is how it is, man. We're going into our 4th season with the NPR League, and what better way to kick it off, man, with our podcast, bro? So
Hey,
we here.
Couldn't think of a better way. I honestly couldn't. Especially because after this, you know, I'm gonna be excited editing this out. Like it's no longer just my voice I'm hearing, you know. Like I'm good with this. And those that don't know, hey man, listen, I can talk with the best of them, right? But when I get tired of hearing my voice, something wrong. So now you motivate me to talk a little bit more.
Yeah, man, it's funny, man. I was actually at work yesterday, man, and my supervisor, well, we had a training going on. This is just off topic right now, but we had a training going on and whatnot, and never met this guy a day in my life from San Diego, our trainer or whatnot. And he said, you know, we did a little icebreaker game. He was like, "Hey, you got a radio voice." I was like, "Me? Okay, well, thank you, God." You know what I'm saying? And I just pushed forward from there, man. So I'm glad to be here. I'm happy that me and you are, you know, partners in this right here, man. And it ain't no stopping now, bro. You done started something, man. It's no stopping. You started this, bro.
Hey, so, man, listen. Hey, it was you. Hey, you started. You started. It was you.
You started.
I appreciate you, man. And listen,
yes, sir.
From day one, I called you my brother. Not too many people I say that about. From day one, I called you my brother. Dog, I trust you. I trust you. I appreciate you, dog.
That's all likewise, man. We know what we need to do. We know how we push forward, man. So with that being said, that's definitely a valid, true story, man. So we're about to kick this 4th season off. We started in 2018 with the fantasy league or whatnot, about to kick this 4th season off. And from there, you know, it's endless, man. Like we just got to do what we got to do and keep it pushing, man. But we got some solid guys in our league, man. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody want to join, anybody, like, it's no problem to, you know, put it together. You know what I'm saying?
A great group of guys too. Great group
of guys, man. So with that being said, man, I'm just gonna go through here right here. If you got anything else that you want to talk about, man, like, have the floor, man. Just looking at the different standings and stuff from last year, season before that. Like, matter of fact, man, can you please present and go over that stat that you told me earlier today? About the most wins.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
You know, we're gonna talk about the history of the league, you know, because I think, you know, having history is very important, right?
Yeah, very important.
So in the all-time wins category, coming in at number 1 is Bad News Villains with 26. 26. Number 2 is Stay Dangerous with 25. Number 3 is Bad Intentions with 24. Then you at 4, you got Fitz, 21. You got me at number 5 with 17. VA Chuggers at 6 with 16. At 7, you got Pity Pat with 15. Tied for 8 is Pluto and 7 City VA with 12 apiece. Then at 10, you got Pigskin with 11. Mind you, he only been in the league for 1 year. This is his 2nd season. I think, right? Yeah, this is 2nd season.
Pigskin? Is it his 2nd season? That was his. This will be his 3rd season coming.
This will be his 3rd season. Okay.
His 3rd season.
At 11, you got IRS 757 with 10. At 12, you got Jay Witt with 9. Tied for 13 is Smoking Guns and Rich Rowland, my cousin. They tied at 6 apiece. Okay. And at 15, you got Richmond Rough Riders, rest in peace. At 5. And then you got Suffolk Eagles at 16 with 2. Remember Suffolk Eagles?
My goodness. Eagles, my cousin, man. Hold your head, bro.
Oh my goodness. That is, boy. Hey, that seemed like forever that league, the 10-team league, seemed like forever ago.
Yeah, but it was fun times. That was the 10-team. Yeah, 10-team.
Yeah, that was the first season. Yeah,
that was the first season.
That's the one Pity Pack got away with.
Yeah. So yeah, he did get away with that. Yeah. I definitely left a few players on the bench, but we ain't even gonna get into that right now. My first championship run. It is what it is. You know,
hey, you had a squad, didn't you? You had a squad. Yes.
Monster squad, bro. 10-2 was my final standing. I'm looking at it right now. But I do want to talk about this draft recap from last year. You know,
okay.
Because
let me pull it up.
Yeah, pull that up for me there. Because we always talk about you know, who should go first, what position should go first, what position should go second round, third round, and what have you, so on and so forth, or whatnot. So, you know, I do want to, you know, go through this list or whatnot and talk about this draft recap. And if you need me to send it to you, I can too. No problem.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now.
Okay.
You can still see me, right?
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, you're good to go.
I got it saved, so all I got to do is just click on it and the league will pop right up.
Okay.
I've been looking at that countdown clock every day.
60 seconds on the clock. And we got to put out the poll too for that draft.
Hey man, I don't want the first or last pick. That's it. Anything in between I'll be fine with. I just don't want the first.
Speaking of, I've had the first round pick, I've had the second round pick. No, first year, I had the first round pick. Then 2019, I had the second round pick. Then last year, I had the 12th pick.
Yep.
And I don't like that. I feel some type of way, but it is what it is, man.
I think the first year, I think I was like pick 3. Second year, in 2019, I was pick 5. And last year, I think. 7.
Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I cleared it up. I never had the first round pick. I had the second round pick of the first year. Suffolk Eagles had the first round pick. That's when he drafted Le'Veon Bell, and Le'Veon held out that season. And I told him, and he drafted him anyway. And I had got Derrick Henry. That's what it was. So I had the second round pick the first season, and then the last 2 seasons I had number 12. ESPN got to do me good this year, man. I do not want the last pick.
I wish you could actually just make it based off last year, like just go based off last year.
Yeah,
like your brother should get the 12th pick since he's the champion type thing.
Yeah, since he's the champion. Yeah, I mean we can do that, you know. By being commissioner, you got a lot of power or whatnot to change the draft orders and stuff like that. But then, you know, you gotta have everybody on the same page if you're gonna do that. So.
I mean, a lot of people always put up a poll to see.
We could do that.
How they feel.
Definitely. I'm not opposed to that. You know what I'm saying? But there's always a few that's going to be like, nah, let's just keep it random. So we can definitely do that or whatnot. So it is what it is. But
just to see what they think of.
Yeah. So this is the draft recap from last year. And this is round 1. And I just want to, you know what I'm saying, touch bases with you and tell me what you think about, you know, who you think should have went first. You know, if you need me to repeat it or whatnot, I can. Who should have could have went on a later round, because there's a lot up here that could have went later on. And that number 3 pick that I see is Pat Mahomes could have went later.
Yes. And Lamar Jackson.
But he
I think they went 2 and 3.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. So you had V.A. Chuggers. He drafted McCaffrey. CMC is only right, you know.
Understandable.
He's one of the top running backs. He's formidable in the league, you know. So he had him at number 1. Then we go to Bad News Villains. It's the first round he picked Lamar Jackson number 1. Granted, he's the champion, back-to-back champion of the league. But you picked the quarterback number 1. Number 2. How do you feel about it?
Terrible pick, man.
Sure.
Terrible.
I agree.
There's better ways. There was other picks you could have got and came back and got Lamar Jackson probably in maybe the 4th or 5th round. There was no reason.
Yeah, because I even feel it wasn't a great pick because you still like those running backs are very valuable. You know, they always go first. Like running backs are hard to come back. So then we move on. You got rest in peace Lydell. He's seen Bad News Villain choose Lamar Jackson at number 2. He picked Pat Mahomes. So now you got two dynamic running backs or quarterbacks in the NFL. They're going 2 and 3. So you still got running backs left on them.
Good running back, great running backs.
Great running backs.
Great running back.
Yeah. So we keep running it down. Pigskin Mayhem. I didn't think he was going to make this move again, only because he got burned the previous year with Saquon Barkley getting hurt. He drafted him again in the 4th round. Understandable.
And it happened again.
He got hurt again. So on and so forth. Pluto Astronauts, Tyreek Hill, wide receiver. So you left
too early.
Too early. You left Zeke on the board, Dalvin Cook, Kamara, so on and so forth. And you got my man. Yeah, go ahead.
Kamara, dog. That's all you had to say. He left
Kamara on the bench. And he's coming up late on. Yeah, he's just sitting there in free agency waiting for somebody to pick him up. You picked Tyreek Hill.
Of all people.
So, of all people.
Second round.
Yeah, most definitely the second round. If not third. You probably could have got him in the third.
Because it's a 2 wide receiver league. So it's not like the wide receiver's going to be flying off the board. So if it, like I told you, I'd be drafting with the 3 wide receiver league. So the wide receivers be getting gone. The first 4 rounds, fast. They gone. Yeah. So now I already know what they look for when it comes to later on in the rounds, just drafting with these guys, man.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that later on.
Yeah. But then you have to understand, just to piggyback off what you said too, this is a standard scoring league. This is not PPR. PPR, I will understand why, you got those quarterbacks going fast. You got a wide receiver like Tyreek Hill going fast. This is standard scoring. Like PPR is definitely different when it comes to scoring and decimal points and stuff like that.
And it's a redraft league.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a keeper league. This is definitely a redraft.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. So let's keep it pushing. Then you got my man, Carolina No Fly Zone. Yeah. At the time, he drafted Zeke. Great pick. Okay, then you put it back where the running back's supposed to be. That was a great pick, man.
I should have got Dalvin Cook in hindsight, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. But you can't. It's a hit and miss. You can't go wrong with either or.
No,
you can't go wrong.
He just had a bad year because once that went down, that's when his production slipped.
Yeah, that was it. He was probably in that mind frame or mindset. Well, I start quarterback going. Let me preserve and protect myself so I can be healthy for next year. Yeah, so I understand that. So then you got Fitzgenius. This is Fitzgenius' 3rd year. If I'm not mistaken, this is his 3rd year drafting Dalvin Cook. No one gets him but him. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think
I got Dalvin Cook. I think the first year.
Did you get him?
I got him the first year. Yeah, first year. It was just 10 of them. I don't think Fitz was in the first year. I'm not sure.
Yeah, matter of fact, because Fitz got CMC. Yeah, absolutely right. Okay. And you got James Conner too that year. Okay. So going back to last year. So he got Fitzgerald, got Dalvin Cook. Then Petty Pat ended up getting Alvin Kamara. So you got 4 running backs still that was left on the board. But you had 2 quarterbacks and a wide receiver that went first. That go before.
So, in a redraft league.
In a redraft league.
The viewers understand.
Yeah, in a redraft league. And then Smoking Guns got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, rookie running back.
Very terrible pick.
Yeah, it was a terrible pick. Rookie running back. You don't know anything about this guy as far as college. That's all you know. I think he went to Florida State, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember what college.
No, he went to LSU.
LSU, that's what it was. I knew it was.
He played with Joe Burrow.
But terrible pick, because you don't know what he's going to give you. He's a rookie.
Could have got him as your second running back in the second, maybe 3rd round.
True story. So now we move on. You got Cowboys fan IRS 757. He got Derrick Henry. Henry was still on the board. Yeah, definitely still, because if I can recall and remember, bro, Henry was number 1, number 2 running back last year.
Yes.
And the fantasy outlook for draft.
Not to mention, he didn't give you hardly nothing in the receiving game.
At all. At all. So that says a lot of what we're trying to, put forth to the common, you know what I'm saying, to the common listener right now. Like, man, running backs are a dime a dozen. Yeah. So you got to draft them. They don't come easy. So after that, you got Bad Intentions, got Josh Jacobs from the Las Vegas Raiders now.
Yeah.
So, not too bad of a pick.
At the time, it was a good pick, but looking back now, too high.
Yeah, and then too, we already know the Raiders are pass heavy. Like Derek Carr, he's going to sling the rock to Henry Ruggs, Darren Waller, people like that. So then you had me, the Black. At that moment, I'm Stay Dangerous now, but last year I was called the Black Mambas. Rest in peace to Kobe, my idol, one of my favorite athletes of all time. So that's why I named my team that. Yes, sir. He's definitely the GOAT. And I ended up getting Michael Thomas because all the good running backs was off the board. So I was like, let me go ahead and get somebody I think's going to get some formula points.
Yeah, see, at this point, I probably would have got him.
See, but now looking at it, it's a different story. Like when you're in that draft,
it's totally different. When that 67
pressure cooker. Yes, sir, man. So with that being said, we can go down, and I had the number 12 pick. So after that, I went back wide receiver, Julio Jones. Aaron Jones still on the board, Russell Wilson, Miles Sanders, Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, DeAndre Hopkins, Austin Eckler, Kenyon Drake, Travis Kelce, and so on and so forth.
Injuries.
Yeah, injuries. That's basically what happened. Bunch of injuries, you know what I'm saying? But we saw that they said, that was the first round of last year. And we just got to see what's going to happen this year. Is Lamar Jackson going number 2 again or number 1?
No. He shouldn't even go. And honestly, in all honesty, in our draft, no quarterback should be taken. The first quarterback should be Pat Mahomes off the board. And he should be taken somewhere between the 4th and 5th round at the earliest.
I agree.
That's
so. What would be that position after running backs? You think is the most valuable position?
Wide receiver, and if you can get one of the top, I say top 5 tight ends. Then outside of the top 5 is nothing.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Running backs, wide receivers / tight end. If that tight end, all those wide receivers are going, you definitely know that tight end is going to produce and put numbers up for you.
And then also, I'm not going to say the team name, but there was a specific team that relied heavily on kickers. You know what I mean?
Who was that? You said kickers?
Yeah, that relied on their kicker to get them at least 20 points a week, dog. And you can't rely on that every week to get you through. This
what was it? What was the kicker name?
Young Ho Koo.
Young Ho Koo. But he did his job, though. You can't even be mad at that.
Hey, I've never seen that before. And I've been playing fantasy for over 10 years now. So it's like, I've never seen that. So, hey, man, if that's a strategy, man, go for it.
Yeah. But that's where we say, at least I can say in my opinion, I'm gonna speak for myself on this one. That's why I said luck comes involved, because no one knew or no one knows a kicker is going to put those many points on week in and week out. I don't care what team you're on. Like Adam Vinatieri, even he was with the New England Patriots when they was on top of their game with Tom Brady.
He wasn't even putting them type of numbers up.
He wasn't even putting those numbers up, but he was the number 1 kicker in the league. So,
Justin Tucker, everybody know he's the most accurate kicker in the
accurate kicker.
Yeah. And he ain't put them type numbers up.
Look how many points the Saints when Drew Brees was playing, and you know what I'm saying, Will Lux as their kicker. But he still wasn't putting those type of numbers. You'll get 11, maybe 15 out of them. you know, on a good Sunday or whatever. But come on.
Yeah, that. I mean, I looked at that draft, like just looking back, there's so many, and I looked at how I draft. There's so many things, or I ain't even gonna say things, but there's so many players that I just overlook based off me not doing my due diligence. And when I say my due diligence, like you don't have to be an expert and look at every player, but you got to have awareness of what players gonna be involved in their team game plan. And I've learned that over this offseason. Thanks, the pandemic helped in so many ways. It hurt, but it helped us in other ways. Like it allowed me to sit down and perfect the craft of fantasy football in terms of like my understanding of it now is like you're legit building your own team that is sustaining it for the entire season. So most people don't look at it like that, and now I finally got that understanding. So now it's different for me. Like it's just fantasy football is totally different.
Yeah, it's definitely has helped me, and I think I
I'm
did
about to
start
roll up.
Oh, you good, boss. I definitely started my fantasy football journey. I want to say it was 2008, 2009, maybe 10, or whatnot. But I started in the league or whatnot from my guy at the time, Javon Godwin, J God, shout out to him. That was a money league. That definitely inspired me, you know, first time in the league or whatnot. You know, it was a lot of competition. I didn't do so well, but not doing so well made me wanted to do even better that second year. And that second year, I actually won that pot. That pot was $400. You know what I'm saying? So it's just putting your time and effort, you know, into it and reading those ESPN guides or what have you, whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on the Bleacher Report, you know, you definitely got to do your homework. Got to do your homework. See what these guys are about, see how the teams are playing, you know, the percentages and stuff like that, how the team run the ball, how the team pass the ball, what defense is formidable for that team and stuff like that. It works. If you put the time and effort in it, it'll definitely show for you. And I definitely seen that last year. Your growth alone with that, kudos to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to you. You know,
that's why I tell you. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, at the end of the day, I seen your growth. Like, I seen where, you know, everybody wants to pick their favorite team players and stuff because you think that's going to be what's going to get you there. But it makes you want to watch football. It makes you, you know, I remember when I will only watch my Washington Redskins or, you know what I'm saying?
Team.
Yeah, the Washington football team now. But it was times where I only watched them, and maybe my favorite, you know what I'm saying, if it was like a game of the week, you know, when those teams popping off like that. But fantasy football, it makes you want to watch and want to follow every team that's in the league, every player. Like,
it made me go get the NFL red zone package.
Exactly, red zone would definitely.
It got me paying attention to what Cleveland and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah,
like teams, never in my wildest dreams.
Never in your wildest dreams you think that you'll follow or be that invested in, but that's what fantasy football does for us. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's why we love it so much. That's why we turned it into what we turned it into today. Like, it's July 10th, 2021. You know, this is our podcast, NPR Lead, Money, Power, Respect. My bro got his lead building and is building fast. We'll have more details on that, get that popping off. And that's what we do. You know, we're here for the long haul, man. This is us all season long, talking about what we're doing, talking about, you know, the players, breaking news. We're definitely going to have breaking news, like anything that's going on in the league. We're going to give you that breaking news. So,
definitely.
Yeah, most definitely going to give
this
you
going to be a fun season.
Yeah, definitely going to be a fun season. I haven't gave my bold prediction. I think I'm going to wait the next episode, because I'm on the fence. Like, I'm definitely gonna set myself, you know, I feel like I have to have a redemption season. I don't like the way my season went last year.
So the next episode, you got to come back with your bold prediction.
Yeah, my bold prediction.
So we gonna do just fantasy, or we gonna do like we gonna break it down, do NFL wise too?
We can do NFL wise too, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, teams, like, a lot of people are hyped up on the Bucks right now just because Tom got all his weapons back. But And then I look at, I see how focused Cam is, just following him on social media with the New England Patriots stuff. Like he could possibly get the Patriots in the playoffs in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? Like the Steelers are not that team anymore.
No.
You know what I'm saying? The Steelers not that team no more.
Pat Mahomes and them showing they can be beat.
Yeah, they can be beaten. They got chinks in their armor too, So there's a lot of teams out there. I'm looking forward to see my Washington football team, not just because my team, I love the defense and I love the way they building, and got that speed on offense. You got two Ohio State boys and Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuels.
You're welcome.
I would have loved to see if Dwayne Haskins was still there, but he was just a product of his environment when he was in Ohio State, and it showed in the NFL. He was only good as that track speed that he had in Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? So,
I can't believe I've been on this long, and you done said your Washington football team so many times. Let me talk about my boys down there in Charlotte. Tell them to keep pounding. All right, count the nation out here.
I believe
just throw that out there.
Charlotte definitely one of my second homes. That's what me and wifey trying to, you know what I'm saying, head to now. I'm gonna be showing up to a couple of games. I ain't saying I'm gonna be a full-blown fan, but hey, if that's where I reside, then
hey, come on and cross over to the dark side. Come on, keep pounding. Come on now. I'm gonna be out there September 17th.
But I definitely love Christian McCaffrey, man. Like stand up running back. Like that dude is a beast, man. Like
he's young.
He's a beast.
He's young.
He's a beast. And it showed with his injuries last year, man. Like without him, Teddy Bridgewater took that team as far as he could.
Believe it or not, Christian McCaffrey could have played last year. All it was a high ankle sprain. It was just more precautionary. Hey man, we're not going nowhere this year. We're not going to. Why put you on harm free? Just take your time.
Yeah.
He tried to come back and play a little bit, didn't work out. Hey dog, shut it down.
Yeah, you gotta shut it down. And I had Mike Davis last year. Mike Davis ran that ball.
Yeah, I know. You got Mike Davis before I was so mad. I was so mad. Like I knew somebody was gonna beat me to it. Because I had it queued, but by that time I was already on my win streak, so I was the last on the waivers.
Yeah, last on the waivers.
When you snatched him up, I started to message you like, man, you know what you do.
Yeah, I had Mike Davis last year. Matter of fact, Mike Davis and James Robinson, because I drafted the two wide receivers early. Those were my two running backs for the season. And James Robinson with the Jacksonville Jaguars, he came alive for me. Like he definitely showed me that, I'm here.
That's all right. So, hey man, I'm just feeling like keeping it flowing. Cause every time you talk, it brings up more ideas. So who's your dark horse fantasy pick? Like who would you say you'll pick in the later rounds that not too many people was like? I ain't gonna say give away your main person, but somebody to be on the lookout for that you would say in the later rounds to be somebody you would draft.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I definitely Jonnu Smith, that he's been traded from Tennessee to the Patriots. And just because I believe in Cam so much, like I know Bill Belichick, like the type of caliber coach he is, Cam gonna be straight. Like he ain't gonna be the Cam that we know of, but Cam is gonna be a more mature Cam, passing in that pocket, only running when he has to. But tight end wise, like maybe my second, third that can put some major points on it. I like Jonnu Smith from the Tennessee Titans that got traded to the
Patriots. I'm glad you brought it up because I was talking to the guys in the in-game community and I was telling them, hey, look, they was like they offered the Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith trade. And I was like, look, y'all fail to realize that Cam first couple seasons in the league, he was notorious for the two tight end set. Because he had Jeremy Shockey and Greg Olsen. Yeah. Remember we got him in the trade from Chicago. And I'm like, they both put up damn good numbers. And if you don't believe me, go back and look at their stats.
Yeah, but
they had pretty good numbers.
They did. That's why I will pick that as my dark horse right there. In a tight end factor or whatnot. Running back wise, I haven't even got to that point yet. You know, there's so many running backs out there that could be, you know, a boom or bust. You know, James Conner he's with the Cardinals. Like that, you just got to decide on like if he's going to really be that player that he was in Pittsburgh, the Cardinals now, because you got to think the Cardinals, Kyler Murray is going to run the ball. Then you got new DeAndre Hopkins. You know, Larry Fitzgerald, he hadn't even said he was retiring yet. He's still a free agent.
Listen, that can work in his favor though, because he's like, remember when James Conner first started for the Steelers, he wasn't the main focus of the offense.
He wasn't.
So he came in and he was balling out. You know what I mean? So, but once he became like the cowbell and the central point of the offense, look what happened. He couldn't give you nothing. So now he's back at a team where he's back at a point where he's not the focal point of the offense. So,
and then you still got Kenyon Drake. He's with them too. So
So I think he'll be a solid RB. I think he'll finish in the top 25.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. So I'm gonna take a break right here. You're gonna finish roll up, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Gotta go drain the lizard and cut this out.
Oh, this dude.
All right. Welcome back to the NPR Fantasy Football League podcast. I'm your host, Stay Dangerous.
And I'm your co-host, Revenge Season.
Carolina
Back
Mac.
in the business.
Daddy. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I got a question for you. What do you think about rookie QB, Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance? Who's going to be that guy? Or anybody that I didn't name? Justin Fields.
Actually, I think the rookie quarterback in the best position to actually succeed will be Justin Fields, because he got a number 1 wide receiver. All right. Don't forget he got a number 2 Darnell Mooney. Most people are overlooking him. And then he got Montgomery in the backfield. Andy Dalton ain't gonna be starting, but so many games. The Red Rifle done ran out a lot of gunpowder. A lot of he can't shoot like he used to no more. Like
we seen that with him with Dallas last year.
Yeah, that ain't the same Andy Dalton from old. So I'm gonna go Trey. I mean, I want to see Trey Lance do good too, but also, you know, we don't know how that story gonna play out just yet. In terms of if how soon he's gonna start, or if he's gonna have a chance at starting just yet. So I'm gonna go Justin Fields, but I like Trevor Lawrence too. I think Trevor Lawrence could. He got pieces down there. I like LaVisca Chenault down there in Jacksonville. Actually, he's one of my players. One of my players. That's one of my guys.
And they still got Chark. Chark is a speedster, man. Like he know how to stretch the defense.
I like Chark, but he's
not Chenault.
He's not Chenault. He's not a number 1. I mean, he could be a number 1, but he's not Chenault. Okay, Chenault. I actually went back and I watched Chenault highlights, and man, Chenault, he get busy.
Yeah, he get busy. I definitely got him on as a player on my Madden league or whatnot that I'm in. So He's definitely one of those slot wide receivers that, yeah, the speed and the catching and the footwork, he's dangerous. He's a
Like
dangerous guy.
how I look at Ali, because I do draft in the 3 wide receiver league, and I feel like that gives me advantage because of how already most of the people in that draft is not going to draft all basically their strategy. They just going, once the draft start, oh well, he the next one up. I guess I should go ahead and just draft him.
Exactly.
They're not going to really just go based off, it's the 3rd round. I don't need him. I don't need him. They just gonna go, oh, it's 3rd round. They say he the best person available, so I'm gonna get him.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna
that's
tell you,
when
I do, not to cut you off. I do love that pick that you did make with the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb last year. Like a lot of people will go with Amari Cooper first. Maybe Gallup. Gallup is a very fast player, good player. CeeDee Lamb, he put numbers up for you, rookie, but in that slot or whatnot, But that was just you doing your homework, and he could have did even better if he had a starter quarterback. So who's to say that he might not? You know what I'm saying? He might would have took over that first wide receiver spot from Amari Cooper or Gallup.
Yeah, and Michael Gallup is now the 3rd wide receiver. So
yeah, exactly.
It's not looking good for him down there in Dallas.